of Zamboanga del Norte 2nd District Engineering Office, to Engineer Jose Chubi Chotorena, BAC Vice Chairperson, Engineer Tereseta Siliena, BAC Regular Member, Engineer LD Dexy Alfaro, BAC Provisional Member, Engineer Almar C. Acevedo, BAC Regular Member, Engineer Ivan Toti Jimenez, BAC Provisional Member, to the BAC Technical Working Group headed by Engineer Ron Real Abakahin, and to the BAC Secretariat headed by Maria Irma F. Otik, to all the invited observers, all prospective bidders present here with us, and all the viewers watching over the YouTube account of the Bids and Hours Committee of Zamboanga del Norte 2nd District Engineering Office. Good morning. May we request BAC Secretariat to have a role and read the agenda of today's procurement activity.
Live YouTube. Today's activities, a pre-bid conference for contract ID number 24JC0047. Construction of water supply system, construction of water system, Sitio, Labawan, Barangay Tamarok, Dalman. Going to Barangay Joaquin, Macias, Sindangan, Norte. Another one is the 24JC0048, construction of Lugdungan, this is road, Lugdungan, Dipolog, City, Norte. And the last one will be the 24JC0049, construction of water supply system, Barangay Malugas, Katipunan, Zamboanga. Before we proceed to acknowledge, as I call the room, start with our back chairperson. We have here Engineer Charity Religiosa.
Present.
Vice Chairperson, Engineer Setuli Chotorena. Members, Engineer Ludipsi Alfaro. Engineer Teresita Liena. Engineer Almar C. Acevedo. From the end user, we have Engineer Ivan Toti. From the technical working group, headed by Engineer Rodrigo Bacari.
Present.
Members, Engineer Christine Carion, Engineer Roland J. Pacaras, Architect Cristito Pongkasan, Engineer Dennis Tormis.
Present.
Also from BAC's Secretariat, we have our procurement head, Engineer Maria Elme Puti. Members, Miss Leami Cabale. We have Miss Rochelle Bersola. We have Engineer Cristina Milan. Yours truly, Rosalier Moralio, also from Baxter. Also, would like to acknowledge our the presenter from Planning and Design section, Engineer Rocky for Tito. Observers, contractors, duly notified, but failed to attend. Madam Chair, the members present, few members present, constitute quorum na proceed this approved conference order.
Thank you, BAC Secretariat. The present BAC members constitute quorum. I would like to call today's pre-bid conference to order. May we request resource person from the Planning and Design section, Engineer Rocky Portueto, the project design and cost estimates preparer, to present the basic contract data of contract ID number 24JZ0047 and contract ID number 24JZ0049.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
First project to discuss is construction of water supply system, construction of water system, Sitio Labawan, Barangay Tamarok, Dalman, going to Barangay Joaquin, Macias, Sindangan, Zamboanga del Norte. Project location. The source is from Sitio Labawan, Barangay Tamarok, with the coordinates and elevation, and going to Barangay Joaquin, Macias, Sindangan, with the coordinates and elevation. Scopes of the project. The distance between the source and the reservoir is approximately 9 kilometers apart. Scopes and scopes for the scope and works for the project. We have the part A is the operation and maintenance of 4x4 pickups type service vehicle for the engineer. The other general requirements, project billboard, occupational safety and health program, mobilization and demobilization. For the earthworks of the construction of the intake boxes and reservoirs, reinforced concrete water tank. For the earthworks, we have the structure excavation and the gravel fill. For the reinforced concrete of the intake boxes and reservoirs for the water tank, we have the structural concrete, 3,000 PSI class A 28 days, reinforcing steel, deform grade 40, and formworks. For part E, finishing and other civil works, we have the waterproofing cement base. For the water supply system, we have 5 items. We have the pipeline trench excavation, fill and backfill, PVC polyvinyl chloride pipe. We have the sizes of from the sump tank or collection tank. From the source, we have the 6 inches pipe diameter transition to 4 inches pipe diameter to the reservoir or water tank. And then the polyethylene pipe plus PE plastic pipe from intake box to sump tank or collective tank. And we have also the valves. We have the detail of the pipeline trench excavation, the connections between pipes, the detail of the intake box and the reservoir or water tank. That's all for the construction of water supply from Tamarok to Joaquin, Macias. Next project is the Malugas water system, titled Construction of Water Supply System, Barangay Malugas, Katipunan, Zamboanga del Norte, with the appropriation of 10 million. We have the location map, source with the coordinates and elevation, and the reservoir with the coordinates and elevation. Scope of works, operation maintenance 4x4 pickup type vehicle for the engineers. The other general requirements, project billboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization. Part A, the earthworks, structure excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway structure excavation and gravel fill. We have the plain and reinforced concrete works, structural concrete, reinforcing steel, and formworks. For the finishings, structures involved in the project is the powerhouse, construction of powerhouse building, the perimeter fence, and the construction of water tank. We have the powerhouse item, ceiling works, fascia boards, steel windows, steel doors, pre-painted metal sheets, waterproofing for the water tank, cement plaster, painting works for masonry and concrete, painting works for steel, CHB load bearing, metalwork, structural steel trusses, and purlins for the construction of mounting system for the solar panel, construction metal structure, accessories of steel plates and bolts, conduits, pipes, panel board with main and branch breaker, wires and wiring devices, solar panel with inverter, battery, and other devices. Solar panel, we have 24 panels with the 24 panels with solar charge controller and solar inverter. Lighting fixtures for the powerhouse, and for the water pumping system, we have the drilling composed of groundwater investigation, drilling and accessories with drilling depth of 100 meters for the drilling of 200 diameter of drilling with us using rotary method, and also installation of submersible pump complete with accessories. Typical drawings, you have the uh, solar panel installation with a schematic diagram, and the powerhouse, uh, typical elevation of mounting system for the solar panels. We have the connections and elevations of the support. We have the powerhouse and the fence for the site depth, and the typical detail of reservoir. So that's all for the two water system projects.
Thank you, Engineer Portueto, for all those information for contract ID 24JZ0047 and contract ID 24JZ0049. To continue with our discussion, with the presentation of the basic contract data, we will now give the floor to Engineer Ronriel Abakahin, the head of the Highway Design Unit of Planning and Design Section, for the presentation of basic contract data of contract ID number 24JZ0048.
Good morning, everyone. So
Good morning.
for the next project, we have here contract ID number 24GC0048, which is construction of Lugdungan Road, Lugdungan Dipolog City, Zamboanga del Norte. So this project consists of concreting of road from station 0 to station 600. So the allocation is 19.8 million. So the location of the project is at Barangay Lugdungan. So to kaning yes, the project is from the junction near the box culvert of the existing road concreting under the trip leading to Tulwanan na icon ito, box culvert 3 barrel. So the junction near to that box culvert is the beginning of the project, and then it will be then going to the barangay hall. But for this allocation, I think tira siya kabot sa barangay hall. Okay. So for this particular project, our typical road section consists of 2 lanes, which is 3.05 in length, minimum width. And then the thickness of the PCCP is 230 mm, and then we have here a shoulder of 1.5 1.5 meters, and for the material, it would be item 301, which is gravel surface course, no? Which is 150 mm in thickness. For the sub-base, we have item 201, which is a grade cyber course of 300 mm in thickness. Okay. So for the PCCP, thickness is 230 mm. So for that, we will be using 28 mm in diameter by 600 mm for double bars. But for tie bars, we will be using 16 mm tie bar. Okay. So there is also a provision, construction of line canals, and also in the segment or in the portion along the alignment near the creek, the Lugdungan Creek, we will be also constructing a revetment as a protection for the road. So I guess that's all for the basic contract data for contract ID number 24JC0048.
Thank you, Engineer Abakahin. We will now proceed with the presentation of the eligibility requirements and the technical financial components of the contract to be discussed by Engineer Ronald Abakahin, the head of the DPWH.
Okay. So, good morning again, everyone. So at this juncture, I will be discussing the documentary requirements, the technical and then financial proposal documents composing our bids. Okay. So for the basic contract data, we have here the contract ID for 7, 48, and 49, the location, and then the ABC or the approved budget of the contract, and the duration of each projects, the 3 projects for to be discussed for pre-bid. Okay. So for the eligibility requirements, first, the required pickup license should be for ID 47 should be at least a small b, for ID 48, medium A, and then for ID 49, small b. Okay. So the first document consisting our technical proposal is the field job certificate. So with our field JIP, it should be updated. And then the following documents, which is already reflected in the field JIPs, may not be submitted. No, first is the registration certificate from the TI, CDA, or the SEC. Next one is the mayor's permit, the tax clearance, and then the pickup license, and then the audited financial statement. For joint ventures, we are requiring for each partner of the joint venture to submit their own respective field trip certificate of registration. Okay. So another document is the bid security. We have different form of bid security, and then we have here the cash manager check, the bank guarantee, the revocable letter of credit, the surety bond. So and then the last one is the notarized bid security declaration. Okay, for cash manager check, bank guarantee, and then the revocable letter of credit, the requirement is 2% of the ABC, but for surety bond, it's 5% of the ABC. And for notarized with security declaration, it should be notarized. Okay. Next is the organizational chart. The contract will be using form number 13. In this chart, we will indicate the key personnel that are required as established in bid data sheet clause 10.4. Next is the list of contractors key personnel using form number 14. With that prescribed form, the following supporting documents should be submitted per personnel. Number 1 is the curriculum vitae, authorized affidavits of commitment to work, a photocopy of their valid PRC license, and a photocopy of their valid certificate of accreditation and or training. So for those 3 projects, we are requiring 1 project manager, 1 project engineer, 1 materials engineer of at least ME1, 1 safety officer, 1 first aider, and 1 foreman. For project manager and project engineer, we require a minimum similar years of experience of 3 years and total experience of 5 years at least. And then same with the foreman. 3 years, similar experience, and a total of 5 years of minimum experience. But for safety officer, it should be accredited with DOLE as at least as safety officer 3. Same with the first aider, it should be accredited by DOLE as a accredited first aider. Next is the contractor's list of construction materials and testing equipment. So for the specific list of each project, so kindly visit our bid data sheet. And then we also require the contractor to submit the required material testing equipment. For the specific material testing equipment, kindly visit the Department Order number 11 series of 2017. Okay, and then the last one is the omnibus foreign statement using form number 16. It should be notarized. And if the bidder is a corporation, uh, it must submit together with the omnibus foreign statement a notarized secretary's certificate. Okay, for financial component, so we have here the first one is the bid form. So our standard bid form is form number 9. It should be signed each and every page. And then if you are going to have a discount, kindly sign if the discount is handwritten. Okay. So the next one is the bill of quantities. So we have here form number 17. So our bill of quantities is composed of 2, form number 17 and form number 18. So form number 17 is the bill of quantities itself, and the form number 18 is the summary of bid prices. Okay. And then the third one is the detailed estimate. It shall include the summary sheet indicating the unit price of construction materials, labor rates, equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And then the last one is the cash flow per quarter using form number 19. It shall be based on the duration of the procurement project. So I guess that's all for the documentary requirements, no, composing our bids, technical, and then the financial proposal.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Abakangin, the head of the BAC Technical Working Group. May we request BAC Secretariat to read the time, the date, the place of the deadline for the submission and opening of bids.
Yes. Bidders, the deadline of submission and a receipt of bids and the bid opening shall be on March 21, 2024 at exactly 10 a.m. at Procurement Unit, Second District Engineering Office, Santa Isabel, Boyol City.
Thank you, Sir Joe. Since all the agenda at hand are already discussed and presented, any motion for adjournment? It has been moved and seconded. Today's pre-bid conference is hereby adjourned. Everyone, thank you for your time and attention.